What is going on, guys? My name is Raivis. Today we are in my studio and I got something special for you. It was about 6 months when Ed Sheeran and Skrillex teamed up to make the song Way to Break Your Heart, and I was in LA at that time and I was waiting for one of my Airbnbs to get ready for me. I was searching for some artists to work with and I just needed artistic energy, so I was at Starbucks and I had some time to kill. Sat down and I was like, how do I make this drop? Because it sounded really simple and it had just certain elements that really worked well together, and I was like, I want to make something kind of like that too, and it's kind of a similar genre that I would make. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. I don't have Ed Sheeran's vocals, unfortunately. What I do have is a close comparison of the instrumental from my version and their version. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, it's been a while since the song came out, so I'm going to show you a quick preview of what it sounds like. And this is my version. Okay, so these are the drums. So when I was picking out the drums, I literally was just looking for something that had a really heavy, thuddy sound with a good transient, because that's what it sounded like that Skrillex used. For the snare, I just try to find a really open wooden sound. I ended up finding this really cool snare. I think it was a rim shot in a reggaeton beat that I just sliced down. Just found that a snare that sounded very similar. Then I just programmed it in the way that the song sounded. After that, I went into the bass. So when I cross-referenced it with the original, it sounded to me like the sidechain was stronger on the second and fourth measure than it was on the first and second. So I sidechained them differently. So I used the same kick and I sidechained it to the bass, but I automated one sidechain to only work in the beginning, and then shut that off and automated the other one to be working in the second and fourth one. I layered this bass noise, which is pretty much just a sine wave, with some overdrive in it, and I pretty much just put as many overdrives as I thought it sounded like it needed, and then it just was missing something because it was really up front, so I put a doubler on it just so it could create a little bit of stereo, which isn't really typical on bass, but it seemed like that's what he used on this one. I also shaped the sound just a little bit. I just layered it with a sub bass. Okay, so for the vocal, unfortunately I don't have the original vocal that I used, so I can't show you exactly what vocal I used, but in the gist of it, I took a vocal that had a long note, I stretched it out, and then I put it in Waves tuned it to the right pitch. Then I put Vocal Synth 2 on it. So I used the Flight of Angels preset, and so for these notes, I just cut it up and I just pitched them so that way it would be pretty much, it's the same vocal. I just found a different vowel sound that the vocal was making, and I just pitched it to the notes that it needed. I noticed that Skrillex uses this really subtle crash. Just has a lot of white noise on it. I just found one that imitated that. And a pretty simple hi-hat pattern. Just a really crispy hi-hat. So that's all the elements, and let's hear them together one more time. Okay, so that was the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to press that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to let you know whenever I upload a new video, which I should be uploading about 2 videos a week. I'm going to be giving away some free samples, but also include some of the samples from this breakdown. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.